Today we're going to be taking a look at using the Data Manager software. It's a software from YSI that allows you to interact with your handheld meter through your PC. And we're going to take a look at downloading and installing. That's your first step. Just go to certified911.com and go to the support tab and YSI, and it'll take you right to the YSI website where you can download the Data Manager software. And then we're just going to open the Data Manager software, and then we're going to walk you through just some of the tabs on that software and how you can use that software to make your life a little easier. So the first step is you're going to connect your cable and your Procom to saddle to the back of your meter and plug it into your computer, and then we're going to just walk you through how you can use your Data Manager software.
Now that you have your Pro Series meter hooked up, I just wanted to walk you through just some of the things that you can do with Data Manager, and a lot of it is going to be involved probably collecting your data or taking a look at your data, but Data Manager also allows you to configure your meter through the Data Manager software as opposed to using the somewhat frustrating menu system built into the handheld. The handheld is small for a reason, and so it's always easier to go into the Data Manager software. I'm just going to walk you through here some of the things that it can do. Right when you hook it up, it will let you know that the meter that you're in, and we're going to take a look at retrieve instrument data. And over here on the right, these are the types of data that you can retrieve. You can retrieve your data points. You can retrieve, let's say, your site list. You can even retrieve your GLP data and also all your configuration data. So that's what this screen can do for you. And so let's just hit select all and start. Also on the screen, it tells you what your software version is, which is going to be handy so you know that you keep your software up to date. So it's in the process of retrieving the instrument data that we have connected right now, and once it's done, we can take a look at that. So data retrieval complete, and we can go over here to the next tab is the editing, creating new site lists. As an example here, if you wanted to create tank 1, and then you have a tank 2, and then you have a place where you take your meter to bridge, for example. So we can hit send to instrument, and that data will get sent to the instrument. Here's our instrument. We're going to hit OK, and that data was just sent to the instrument. So that's one way that you can configure your instrument, is right through this screen here. So we are going to close out of here, and then we're going to go take a look at view and our data. So over here you can select the data that you want to view. So let's take a look at that configuration data that we have imported, and the name of our instrument here is test, and we can take a look at, for example, how the dissolved oxygen sensor is set up. We see that DO is enabled on this meter, and it's using the polographic, and it has a yellow membrane, and here's how it's displayed. It's displayed in percent in milligrams per liter, and when we click conductivity, it is not enabled on the particular meter that I have. But if you go over to ISEs, we do have in ISC1 we have the ORP sensor enabled, and the units that it is showing, it's millivolts. And then, for example, we can go over and if we want to change our temperature. So all this is done in the instrument setting uh, menu right here. And then if we actually want to take a look at our data, we can click on data, and over on this part here we can take a look at the data that we want to view. And so the instrument that we are on has uh, dissolved oxygen, and let's say we want to do temperature as well, so we can take a look at some of the data that we have saved when we were using the instrument. And there's all kinds of ways that you can view the data, and you might want to view it here as a table or a graph, and then you can also print, and then you can export. So once you understand kind of how the software works, you can export it. When you hit the export, it allows you to export it as a CSV file or a text file. And so that's kind of a general overview of how you can take a look at the data that you have. And let me click out of here. And so those are some of the things that you can have access to. And I just encourage you just to take a look at your manual, or probably the best thing for a lot of things is just start clicking, and you'll be able to discover some of the things that the data manager can do for you. So if you have any other questions, make sure you go to Certified 911, and you'll see more information there on the YSI meters as far as quick start sheets and troubleshooting, and where you can go to get software updating done.